Hi everyone. Well, we're delighted you can join us here. It seems like so long ago since we did our first ever live stream concert, and that was also with Keep Music Live project and Sally at Streamside Music. So that was back in April, back at Easter time. So it's just, the time has gone by in a kind of a blur of very fast and very slow at the same time. But we're delighted that you can join us again for what will be our, well, it's our first concert in a lot of months actually, but it'll also be our last one of 2020. So
probably our third one.
But we're going to start off with one of our favourites, and I had asked beforehand if anyone had any requests, and I was speculating to myself what would be the first request, and sure enough the very first request was from Cindy, and that was Ailey Gyal Ciúin. So we're going to start off with that one, which is one of our all-time favourite tunes. It's an old harp tune from both Scotland and Ireland. So here we go. To have like super long range vision to see all the comments that are coming up here, so I'm going to see if I can figure out, I can see them here now, hold on, because you know I discovered the first time we did the live stream, I was like, oh, it's so rude to be looking at your phone during a concert, I can't be doing that. Now I realise that actually that's how you actually manage to connect with people. So thanks for all the lovely comments there. Of course, we couldn't do a concert at this time of year and not include some Christmas themed tunes. So we're going to do a few pieces mixed in with some of our usual favourites. So this particular one is, well, I call it Christmas Day in the Morning, and Billy's like, no, it's called We Saw Three Ships. But so we're going to start off with that one, and then we discovered as we were playing it that it went really well with an Irish single jig, which is called Christmas Day in the Morning. And usually at this time every year, in fact, since 2001, I've only been home once ever in December, and that was when our son Liam was born 6 years ago, and he was just a baby. Every other year I've been away on tour, sometimes right up to Christmas, and I'm really enjoying being home. The most exciting thing was getting to decorate the Christmas tree and just be here, even though it's not your normal kind of Christmas, but it's still great to be here. But usually I'm away in America touring with a show called Irish Christmas in America, and I know some of you, I love meeting up with you when we're on that tour. And this is a tune that we played on the tour a good few years ago, which is associated with a great character in Irish music, Michael Russell. He was a tinwhistle player, and he actually had a little song to go with this. I'm not going to sing it for you, don't worry. But he got the song from his mother, and the words were, she washed her face in an ivory bowl, an ivory bowl, an ivory bowl. She washed her face in an ivory bowl on Christmas Day in the morning. So we'll play that, and we'll finish off the set with a tune which is a slide, and it's also a song called On Kosher, which is a party. And I suppose this is the time of year we just love to be all visiting one another and having house parties and so on. So we'll play this one, looking forward to when we can all do that again, hopefully next year or soon again anyway.
Strange Old Christmas. It's nice to be doing another concert again, and as Gráinne said, it's 8 months since our first live concert on the other side of the room. The sun was shining in the window. So one of the main benefits this year is we've got a chance to see the sheep growing up, from little lambs up to big sheep, and then they start all over again. So the kids are getting a little bit bigger as well, and it's been interesting watching nature go past. So we're going to play an old harp piece that dates from the 17th century, and it's called Rory Dahl's Sister's Lament. There's lots of famous old harpers in Ireland, obviously, but there were plenty of harpers in Scotland too, and some of the most famous of the harpers were Irish harpers who came over. Scotland, I guess, had more stately homes and castles and places where a wandering harp player could gain employment or sponsorship. And they weren't all beggars and just kind of travelling musicians. Some of them were gentlemen. And this tune was written by Rory Dahl O'Cahon, who was a gentleman from Derry, and he had property in Derry and land. And I believe he had servants who travelled with him to Scotland who would carry his harp. And he travelled all over, but he spent the last 11 or 12 years of his life there, mostly in the area north of Perth, Blair Athol, that kind of area. And this is a tune that would have been written for the wire-strung harp and played with fingernails. And it would have quite a different sound from these harps. So we're going to play Rory Dahl's Sister's Lament, followed by a couple of tunes.
Yeah, we'll follow it with two jigs. The first is The Mist-Covered Mountain, composed by Junior Crehan from County Clare, possibly inspired by a Scottish song, the same name. And then we'll follow that with one of my favourite jigs, The Green Fields of Woodford. And I know a lot of the harp players watching know this tune as well, so we'll play it for all of you. And I see some people said they're decorating the tree, so that's great. Nice festive feelings. I know somebody is worried we might play Jingle Bells, Billy and Rudolph and stuff. Well, we'll have to change our whole set now, you know. Okay.
I might have a red nose by the end of the night, but that's nothing to do with the music. So. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thanks.
My leg is up against this Christmas tree and it's kind of jagging into my leg. I can see me having this very unusual rash all down the side of my right leg. And I go to the doctor and she says, oh yeah, Christmas tree rash. It's very common with these house concerts.
Yeah, we were kind of a bit stuck for where to set up for the concert because in all of our 3 previous concerts from here, we had sat with the beautiful Mayo landscape out the back window behind us, but we realised that now it's dark outside and all you could see was a big reflection of the whole rest of the messy room, which you can't see at the moment, so we had to rearrange ourselves over here. So we're going to play 2 tunes now, another 2 of our favourites. The first one, this was a request by Claudia, which is, it's one of our oldest, it's a tune from our earliest collection of Irish music, which was the Neil collection. That was published in 1724. And it was a tune called The Clergy's Lamentation. And it's a harp tune probably, we don't know who wrote it. We'll follow that then with a tune composed by Patrick Davy from Belfast, a beautiful slip jig called The Burma Road, which actually was written for about a railway line between Mayo and Sligo, which was so bumpy and windy that it got the nickname the Burma Road. And we're kind of a little bit depressed this afternoon or this evening because Mayo, our county here, was playing in the All-Ireland football final. Anyone watching from Ireland, and even a few of you from America, will know about this too. And we were in the final. We've never won it since 1951. And we still didn't win it today. We were beaten by Dublin, but they played fantastic. So we're in our sort of Mayo colours, which are red and green are our colours. So anyway, we'll play a lament for poor Mayo. But anyway.
They're playing the long game.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Clergy's Lamentation and The Burma Road. Well, on Monday nights, well, one of the, I suppose, when the lockdown and everything happened back in March, everybody was thinking the same as us, wondering what on earth we were going to do and how we were going to, survive the change in their circumstances and all that. But I think one of the fantastic things that has come out of it, on the bright side, is the whole world of being connected with people online. And every Monday we play with the Kathy D'Angelo, who runs Somerset Folk Harp Festival. We do a play along of Harper's Escape tunes, which is part of the Somerset Festival. And I know that Clergy's Lamentation is a favourite of a lot of the people there. So it's just one of the ways, like, we've started branching out and kind of trying to connect with people all over the world, like these concerts. So it's fantastic that in some ways we've got kind of closer together, even though we're actually not, really in the same place. And kids, sorry, colouring is a very loud activity apparently. Anyway,
we do have two kids over in the corner colouring, so you probably don't hear them. We hear the pencils getting sharpened.
You can introduce the next one.
So many years ago, I was asked to record a CD of Christmas music for a record label in London, and the CD was called Celtic Christmas. Surprise, surprise. So don't go looking for it online, because there's multiple CDs called Celtic Christmas. But anyway, it was a good CD, and I think there's a lot of tracks on it, 22 maybe. And this is one of the tunes that I arranged, and it's called The Seven Joys of Mary. And there's 7 verses in the song, obviously, so we're just going to play it as an instrumental. And it's a nice little kind of jig kind of melody. The 7 Joys of Mary.
We're only going to play 6.5 verses for some.
Well, Jesus is not here yet.
Also, Billy, I know he can't read all the comments at that distance. A lot of your family are tuning in from Canada and various places. So.
Hey everybody. Yeah, it's total a blur. The screen's a blur to me. I take these off, it's worse. So these are my harp glasses. My TV glasses are over there.
think one of the other positive sides of lockdown, for me anyway, was that, well, Billy had no work as a music therapist, so he turned back to his original skill of composing, and he has composed a beautiful suite of music. I'm saying this because I know he's not going to like be so boastful or anything, and we've been releasing it's four, and actually there's 6 parts in total, but we've only got 4 to release at the moment. The rest is intended eventually to be played with a big group, and do you want to tell them more about it? What?
We're going to play that now.
We're going to play that now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's what Billy Suite stands for, yeah.
all right. See, I can't read what's on the set list, so she has to nudge me with her elbow. Okay. So the kind of theme of the piece was connections between Scotland and Ireland over the centuries. And Scotland and Ireland are only 12 miles apart by sea. And if you kind of look at the satellite photograph of the British Isles, you can just see the Western Isles of Scotland and the north of Ireland are just so close. But now we have all these maps with countries all named and borders. It's just, you think they're separate, but it wasn't always that way. And there was a lot of to and fro, still a lot of connections between Scotland and County Donegal and some other parts of Ireland. So the first part, we're going to play kind of a little sample of some of the pieces. The first tune is called The Stone of Sorrows, and it's a big stone in County Donegal near Loch Garten, reputedly the birthplace of St Columkill, who's known as Columba in Scotland. And he went to Scotland in the year 563, and he was kind of responsible for bringing Christianity to the west of Scotland and the north of Scotland. I think St Ninian had already been in the more southern parts down at Whithorn. But he became, because he left Ireland to come to Scotland, and he was kind of banished because of his part in a big battle which took place near Sligo. And he was not supposed to set eyes or set foot in Ireland again. But he became known as the patron saint of immigrants. So it became common for people who were emigrating to Scotland or to America or anywhere else, the night before they would go to the ship, they would go to this big stone and sleep there all night the night before they left on their journey. This was supposed to be a cure for homesickness. Nowadays, I think you can get it from the chemist in a little bottle. And anyway, The Stone of Sorrows is the first tune we're going to play. The second part was based on connections, the mythical tale of Finn McCool building a causeway between Scotland and Ireland. And the connection would be between the Giant's Causeway and Fingal's Cave. And Finn McCool in Ireland is known as Fingal in Scotland. And when I look at the map, I think, why did he pick that place? Because it's not the nearest place to Ireland if he was building a bridge. But it's really the similarities in the rock formations, the big basalt rock formations. They look very similar in Fingal's Cave on the Isle of Staffa and the Giant's Causeway. And so we're going to play that piece second. And the third tune we're going to play is a slip jig, which comes from a piece which we haven't released yet, and it's all about County Mayo. And the place where we live is called Mayo Abbey. We're just next to Mayo Abbey. And it was founded by monks who came from Lindisfarne and Iona, and they had big connections with the island of Iona in Scotland. And they came to this area to set up a monastery. And the place became known as Mayo of the Saxons. And the County Mayo takes its name from this little village. And this tune is called The Yew Tree. And Mayo has its origins in the plain of the yew trees, was one of the names.
So in case anyone hasn't been seeing the videos, basically we've been kind of releasing one a week pretty much on our Facebook page, which is Hambly Jackson Music, and there's, I'm actually not playing in it myself, except the next one that's not released yet, but there's like violin and cello and so on, and Billy's playing various instruments that he played in the basement. Oh, thanks, Sally, you're on the ball there. So you can follow our page and you'll see the videos if you want to see them. They sound much better, obviously, with more instrumentation. But I'll do my best here anyway to substitute for the fiddle.
Yeah, Gráinne keeps me locked in the basement and makes me write musical suites.
And actually, this was sponsored by the Arts Council of Ireland on Corla Alleen, so thanks to them as well for their support. Thanks. And I'd really introduce the next tune for you as well
Yeah.
now.
So this next tune comes from the Shetland Islands, way up there in the North Sea. And it's a very, very old melody. It's called The Day Daws, which means the day dawns. And apparently it was played at Solstice, which is quite fitting, since I think Monday's the winter solstice. And it was usually played by one fiddler who was chosen, which was a great honour. And they got the opportunity to wander around playing the fiddle outside people's windows, playing this tune in a howling gale with the sou'wester on and the raincoat, and to let people know that it was solstice, the day daws. And it's followed by a hop jig called the promenade. hear you all clapping.
Ah, yeah, we can, yeah. I'll have another look at the comments. I can hear enough rustling over here to make up for all the oh, I see. Oh, thanks. I see so many people joining here. Yeah, thanks, Diana, and thanks, Larry. Somebody asked who made our harps, and I just see Larry is there himself. Our harps are both made by Larry Fisher in Winnipeg. So, hi, Larry, and thanks for the fantastic instruments.
Hi.
Thought of something else now. I forget what it was again. Oh, yeah. So somebody wants Celia Canellan as well.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to play a selection for you in 1 second.
she's going over there going, shh. And the kids are really, really quiet. It's just that all the duct tape is coming off now after half an hour, so I need to go and wrap them up again.
Well, you're lucky because since our last concert we got a puppy. So that's what I was afraid of, that you'd, apart from having kids rustling in the background, that you'd also have a dog howling or barking. So touch wood, so far so good. So we're going to play a tune now. Well, we're going to play 2 tunes, but I see somebody had asked for the third one. So we're going to play a tune called Celia Canellan. This was composed by Thomas Canellan, and this was written back in around about 1660. He was another of the great harper composers, apart from Turlough O'Carolan. And it's Celia Canellan is the name of that one. We'll follow it with a tune by Turlough O'Carolan, Ireland's most famous harper composer, and this is the 350th anniversary of his birth, just for another few weeks now. So we've been kind of playing lots of his tunes all year, celebrating his music. And Carolan was a blind harper who travelled around composing tunes for the wealthy landlords, and this is one of his kind of less well-known tunes, but one of our current favourites. It's called Lord Mazarine, and we'll finish off then with another tune by Patrick Davey called The Rectory Reel. So we'll play these 3 together now for you. I saw somebody else was asking for Blind Mary. We don't actually play that one, so unless you do that one, no. So I'm afraid we won't be able to. We'll prepare that one for the next time. But in the meantime, this is Celia Canellan, Lord Mazarine, and The Rectory Reel. Just 1 second. Liam. Shh. Sorry now. Okay, need your whistle.
Okay, that's what's going to ask.
Okay. I don't know why I'm whispering to him as if you can't hear what we're saying. You know, I keep forgetting it's not like the normal, concert. Anyway.
So, play another little Christmas melody for you here. This is called the Christ Child's Lullaby, and there's a couple of different versions of it, so I'll try and play the two that I know. They're very similar, and nice little tune. I used to play this on a tour in the United States with the fiddler Bonnie Rideout. We used to do this in a Scottish Christmas, which we used to do every year all over the United States, which was a lot of fun. This is the Christ Child's Lullaby.
That's the kind of tune that you don't actually want to clap after anyway, normally. You just want to let it, relax and nice and quiet. So we might play, I I'm trying to keep track of the time here now as well. This is a terrible thing. I need my long range vision here to see the computer. Okay.
Between us, we can see everything.
So we're going to play two tunes now, which were also a special request. I think it was Peggy that requested these ones. The Shaw Deliveries and John MacDonald, which are a Scottish reel and a French.
So when I was with the band Ossian, we used this French tune, the Shaw Deliveries, as part of a song. We kind of inserted it in the middle of a song about immigration. And John MacDonald's is from Cape Breton in Nova Scotia. And they kind of go together. Okay.
play one of my favourite Christmas tunes now, an old Irish tune, which is called Don Iha Ud I Mehel, which means That Night in Bethlehem, or One Night in Bethlehem. And this is just, it's one of my favourites. It's funny, it doesn't sound very joyful, but it's a beautiful melody, I think. And something else that we've worked on during the year, I've been doing some workshops every week with a great bunch of students, and this is one of the tunes that we learned. So I'll play this. I can see some of them are tuned in here, so this is for everyone that was doing my Wednesday workshops. It was just fantastic to feel like you were getting out and connecting with people. It was great. I have to say that this concert is the most exciting thing that has happened to us for months and months. So
It's terrible.
we're delighted that you're here with us. So. So as well as playing a few of the Irish and Scottish traditional carols, we thought we'd better play one that you might all know and be able to even sing along with if you want to, since neither of us will be singing. So we're going to play Silent Night for you, or as in Irish it's called Icha Cuan. And we're going to play this before one of our other favourite sets of tunes, which is a tune called Sunday Morning, which was collected by the great harp music collector Edward Bunting in Westport, just over the road there, in 1802. And I know this is a favourite of a few people, including Cathy D'Angelo and also Peggy and various other people. I think it's my own favourite at the moment as well. So this is Sunday Morning, and we'll follow it then with a single jig called Clancy's. One second there. Be at the right key. just about at the end of the concert here. I'm going to just check the comments here in case there's anyone has some urgent question or anything that we missed out on. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we do need another CD. Whoever said that, yes. It's that's next on the list for next year. That's on the next year. Yes, indeed. That'll be hopefully next year. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It's great to see. I'm just looking at the names here. There's such a mixture of friends and family and just people from all over the place, from the US, from Italy, from the UK. Hi, Adriano. Actually, I'm very glad to see Adriano Sanginetto is here, because that reminded me I was supposed to tell you that you can still sign up. I'm doing a winter harp weekend for all the harp players here, along with Adriano and Ailey Robertson and Tristan Legovic. If you feel like in January is always kind of depressing at the best of times. So if you need a little lift and you feel like doing some harp music, you can do a weekend. It's the final weekend in January. You can find out about that on Facebook as well. And thanks. It's just wonderful to see everyone here. Kids, do you want to say Happy Christmas to everyone?
I'd like to wish all my family a very happy Christmas. Everyone in Scotland and in Canada, I really miss you so much. It's the longest I've ever been away from Scotland. Next April will be 2 years since I've been in Scotland. And love you all and miss you all very much. And hope to see you and have a big Jackson party very soon. Here's the kids just to say have a Merry Christmas.
They're still in their Mayo jerseys here, so say Happy Christmas to everyone.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah. Just so that you know it wasn't a mouse that was over there rustling away. So thank you so much. Thanks especially to Sally for hosting us again. Thanks to Kathy D'Angelo, who's doing so much for the harping community. I think everyone will agree, and keeping everything going, and busy preparing Somerset online for next year as well. So and thanks to all our family as well. As Billy said, it's not the normal circumstances at all. It's a bit easier for me. I'm right beside, our parents are right beside me, but it's a different story being when all your family's in a different country. So I hope that you all are taking care, and well, we're looking forward to seeing, we might see some of you at Swannanoa, virtually or in person, who knows, but just hopefully, well, we're wishing you a happy Christmas and I suppose better things for everybody in 2021. So thanks very much. We'll finish up with that's okay, you can stay if you want. We'll finish up with another one of our favourite tunes on a sort of upbeat note, which is Elizabeth Kelly's favourite. So thank you so much for joining us and have a wonderful Christmas season. We say in Ireland, Nullag Honna. So Nullag Honna to everyone. Streamside Music and Keep Music Live project, and hope you all have a lovely holiday season.
Take care, everybody.